Sally Louisa Tompkins, 1833 to 1916. Sally Louisa Tompkins was born on November 9, 1833 in Matthews County, Virginia. She was born into a very wealthy family. After her father's death, Sally and her mother sold their home in Matthews County and moved to Richmond, Virginia.
In July of 1861, after the First Battle of Bull Run, Richmond was bombarded with wounded Confederate soldiers. The general hospitals in the city were quickly overwhelmed.
The Confederate government started asking citizens of Richmond to help aid the wounded by opening private hospitals. Sally was one of the first citizens to respond, so, on August 1, 1861, Sally and her newly hired staff of 6 opened Robertson Hospital on Main and 3rd Street. The hospital was opened with Sally's own money and with generous donations from her local church. The church donated food, money, medical materials, and volunteers to those who were in need. During Robertson Hospital's 4-year existence, 1,333 men were treated, and only 73 of these men died. This low death toll gave Robertson a 94.5% survival rate, giving it the lowest mortality rate of any hospital, Confederate or Union. Sally's hospital was said to have such a high survival rate because Sally believed in a proper diet for the wounded and severe cleanliness. Her and her staff were constantly sanitizing. Sally and her hospital went through a rough patch. A few weeks into Robertson's opening, the Confederate Medical Department declared that they would be shutting down all private hospitals in exchange for opening large hospitals run by commissioned officers. This would minimize the spread of medical personnel and supplies. After hearing that her hospital was to be closed, Sally marched to President Jefferson Davis and argued for why Robertson's should stay open. She compared her hospital's survival rate to that of other larger hospitals. Seeing Robertson's superiority, Davis gave Sally the rank of captain on September 9, 1861. This allowed her to keep her hospital open and get supplies from the government. Sally was the first woman to become a commissioned officer in the Confederate Army. This new accomplishment led to the opening of new doors for women in society. Before the Civil War and Sally Tompkins, men didn't believe that proper Southern women should be exposed to the horrors of war by treating sick and wounded soldiers as nurses. Sally encouraged many brave women to break out of their strict molds in society and become helpful members of the community during times of war. By opening a hospital that Sally both managed, worked at, and financed completely on her own, Sally showed that Southern women of both wealth and status could be successful in a medical position. By working at a hospital, Sally showed that women could handle stressful jobs. Also because of Sally and others like her, women started to feel they had a new sense of importance in society outside of being housewives. Women also helped in the war effort by washing clothes, cooking, making bandages, helping as medical assistants and nurses, keeping homes and businesses afloat while the men were away, and holding fundraisers to aid hospitals. In addition to buying expensive vegetables, Sally also refused the pay of captains, saying the money should go to the common man. Robertson Hospital received many generous donations from both aid societies and local churches in Richmond. Sally kept Robertson Hospital open until its last patients were discharged in June of 1865. After running her wealth dry by doing charity work, Sally moved to the Confederate Woman's Home in 1906. Sally died on July 25, 1916 in Richmond, Virginia. She was buried with full military honors and remained the only woman to ever enter the Confederacy.